You are here for a major Mokwaba at about MyShow NDC Hour so and a Wednesday, the 3rd day of May, the year 2023. See a share and then Umria said the Momunimano a NDC Ghana Puntu Ghana ye the internet ye share set the nemo don't care about and the back on the fair day anymore. Every drink Ghana and some a bit my boy ama Ghana akoso and some bit my boy ama Ghana and Puntu Abba, and some bit my bomber Ghana as soon any kunimdi any yedi Abba Ghana and unti ena and then yeshia. Said the monument that done me at the Afred Kuyoli men I made Jumedi eti nama Jemo Baba don't hear back on and the back on the fair day anymore. Today Ghana News TV and the day Jumedi April. Na Today Ghana News TV or more de or matawa kesiano abo Jumedi na bomu. Edi akoto Facebook inti se o Facebook na ohwe ya wadaroma ya mwakwaba ya da wase so like pages no share na both Today Ghana News TV ho dawro ma afoforo so NTB ubetuma hweye so ewo YouTube hoso so ubenya on Today Ghana News TV the hoso na wa wadaroma se won subscribe to your link na your channel na wadaroma subscribe to your channel na activate notification button no so there be a live bia no you will be notified that we are live so that you will be able to watch us and always stay up to date as far as your contents are concerned. Say TikTok so now why your TikTok so you stream live. You stream live so Instagram, Twitch so your honor. They say Twitter so now why so you stream live Se bibinti adwuma mu na wo ebia wo taxi driver wo ye trotro driver wo ye adwuma ewo company nti wontimi hwe video okada driver na wo pese audio na wo tia wadaroma obetimi nya yeso ewo podcast on Anchor FM ewo so ubenya ewo hono yeda wase se enwumre wajabre na waje adwa se woni ye ebetu akwantu baako ene fa eda ye nimu dwuma de no na eye to other one for questions any comments wo wadwempo any de ususuo ebra enne ensama bedwendwene ho no eye monimusem na enne ye behwe eye international media Al Jazeera na watch back na watch me no atwam no mo de expose ebi abeto dwa efe no gold mafia expose eye West Africa na Africa ha sei amampanyimfo bia anase amama bia omunam kuntunu kwa so edi gold ewia gold if from mamu ekoto na manone edi hye ombotom eno na agency da foko ye hwehwemu eno mahunu na magana so amapamu jende na kufu ada amapamu jende yidi ni dia ndima nyerem ni din pii mu ye Ghana so din pii mu eno ena asemo betu dwane twe Ghana fo bibra so na nsan ne bete say the vice president say wo what the idea for be aba good for oil policy che say MPP fo so mo say we dey very genius idea e ko wi ase time before ansan expose we ba no na omo dealing in oil complaining say policy no they have no idea or whatsoever. The government never sat down with them. He didn't consult them and they don't know how the government is going to make that workable. And most of them criticize it. There's no way that policy would make oil price fuel crude for our Ghana. And na yebusa say sir go for oil. Any Al Jazeera expose ya bay e wo linkage bia na any your first question now for the wo say ye professor Prempong Boateng so etro the report interministerial committee report or the comma the mami reverend sample chief of staff report no 2 years ni report ma da kopum se na nui nyame ada roma enam Kevin Taylor of the Loud Silence Media Emma report ebeda adwa Ghana for your money and also so ye say connection being in a war and good for oil ne a buy kuna ku for the send na ku for do said we Ghana and the corruption here dey war ye I mean you perceive him you exactly what is happening enunti enenwumre your lawyer lawyer Eric Delenyo Alifo ewo ha lawyer was fine politician or spy as parliamentary candidate or West constituency. Near between three. You know many such a year. The lawyer and Kwana was saying, a year you open your case Yabakuso ha, a year senior comrade Osborne Martin Gatube. I want to a chief director, Osbrain Care Foundation. I want to so Edney year between Kobo Bechere say a normal said I mean enormity. Ntiatifo memma mekasa anwano metwa me hotel na me ba ye de dwumadie no abehyehyɛ so medin ebiem e de Alfred Kuyoli for comment or questions or suggestions ebra so oni bibi efa go for oil ho woni bibi fa Al Jazeera report go for mafia yi ho woni say fabra na ye be kan questions bi awoma lawyer Eric Delenyo Alifo Sefa ne ambition to aspire to become a parliamentary member of parliament, Emma Ho West, and our question before home, who contribution for one for the Nabra. Now the bar, between Como. May Kai also say a year information center what Tali, Shakina Information Center. We are live on Shakina Information Center. Tieda Tatali for us, Shakina Information Center for your Damos Bibre. Intimate motel, me bar. You don't come to channel.
Some of the other ones that we know about. One of the most popular ones that I used to know, somehow I don't even hear anymore. The one that goes, that's right. You see what I mean? And if the whole lot of us should take on his Zamana, I know we would shake up a crowd.
Yeah. I can fully say Ketrama and Pro the founder of the National Democratic Congress, the gentle giant Jerry John Rawlings. May your gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Ukrainian Yamianimini in some SC Jerry John Rawlings and she. And can the air cost in a Rawlings here? I don't think say what is happening would have happened. But Yankopon him the oye, Yankopon fan a currency. Chidima, yes, so yeah. So, viewers, as I introduced to you earlier, today my guests, I have two guests. One is lawyer Eric Delenyo Alifo. As you all know, lawyer Eric is not too conversant with Akan language. So, have the show in English. And of course, I'll try my best to, as it were, chip in some Akan language as we move on. But of course, lawyer is going to flow in English. Lawyer Eric Atifo is a criminal lawyer by profession. And then he has a lot of foundations and a lot of foundations that support the vulnerable as far as the legal accessibility is concerned in Ghana. Lawyer Eric Delenyo is also aspiring to become a member of parliament for Ho West constituency. Lawyer, you are most welcome to MyShow NDC Hour this evening.
Thank you very much for having me again. I appreciate the time. And I like the clip, the short clip you played of the founder of the party. It just refreshed the memory of the strong man. We missed him so much.
That is it. That is it. That is it. That is our old man. We really miss him.
Yeah.
Wherever he is, like I said earlier, may his gentle soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Okay. You are most welcome once again. I think we had you here last week, and you are here this week as well. One will ask, Why are you so passionate about issues related to Ghana and the governance in Ghana?
Well, this is all we have. This is our country, and so we have to be interested in how the country is governed. And if we fold our arms and watch, they will drag us to the pit, as is happening now. And so we have to be passionate. We have to speak out. We have to point out things that are not going well, and that is where the passion is coming from. We need to put government on guard in order for government to do what is just for the citizens, and that is what is driving me.
Thank you very much for your commitment and your dedication. Of course, Mother
Thank
Ghana
you.
appreciates
Thank you very much.
your commitment. Let me go and welcome our senior comrade Osborne, so that I come to you now. We are not here alone with lawyer Eric Delanius. Rather, we are also here, our senior comrade Osborne Martin Gatube. Did I get the name correct, please?
Yes, you had it correct.
Thank you. Osborne is a chief director of Osborne Cares Foundation. You are most welcome, senior.
Thank you, boss.
When you talk about Osborne Foundation, what is it? What do you do?
So, Osborne Foundation, basically, we empowered teenage mothers and single mothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, in 2019, we got in touch with GES about their pregnancy prevention re-entry policy for young girls that got pregnant along the way while they are schooling.
Yeah.
So, and we realized that there is no local support or even funds from the government to support these girls with these policies. So it falls on us as individuals within the society to come on board and support our girls whilst they finish their education and venture into either entrepreneurship or continue with their tertiary levels. So basically, that's what we do.
Oh, nice one. Maybe one of these days, we'll come to you for more education on how we can formulate policies. And of course, it's good that you are here with lawyer on this platform. Very soon he will become a lawmaker. So issues like this are policy issues. And I believe that maybe as time goes on, your ideas will be solidly held by the government, so that they look at the issue of dropouts in our basic and secondary education level. Thank you so much, comrade, for joining us this evening. Now, I'll go to lawyer so that we just hit the ground running. I would is aspiring to become a parliamentary candidate, or aspiring to become a member of parliament for Whole West constituency. Lawyer, before we go to our today's topic, I know that you are in a campaign mood, but irrespective of your campaign, serious campaigning, you still adjust yourself to appear on such social platforms to talk about matters that confront Mother Ghana. First of all, let's viewers understand how is the campaign going? How are the grounds? Are the grounds fertile for you as
yes,
Yes,
I think the ground is very good. Our message is going down well. The feedback we are getting from the delegates is that our message is very strong and is going straight into their hearts. So we believe that we have made a point for them to see that everybody in the constituency wants a change. And without that change, we might the seat to the NPP. And so the message is going down very well. And if you have one member party for 16 years, then if he's asking for 4 years, it's not going to do anything different from what we have seen in the 16 years. So, and people are relating very well with this message. If you want to see anything new, then you better change the person who has been there for 16 years. But if you are very happy with what is happening in the 16 years, that is the only time you would want to retain the person who is there for 16 years and wants to go for another 4 years, and actually he's saying that he has to be there until he's very tired, and so it means that there's no end in sight. You know, he would want to be there until he cannot walk anymore. So the message is going down very well, and we hope that the delegates are going to do the right thing, will not let MPP steal our seats. So yes, I had to close my last event for today quickly for me to go to get down to prepare for the interview because where I am I'm staying is a little far from where I'm doing this program right now. I'm in the hinterland, the rural area, you know, the countryside as they call it. But I had to come all the way to Ho to do this program, and so I just canceled the last event, and I'm going to find some time within tomorrow or Friday to do that. So yes,
thank you so much.
So far so good, and we are hoping for the best.
Thank you so much for once again. Today Ghana News TV appreciate your time very well. And then one will say, or one will ask, if the certain member of parliament, if he's doing well, I mean, at the end of the day, becoming a member of parliament is all about championing for development for your constituency. So if he is doing that very well, why the need for the change?
Yes. So the I think the answer is simple. I'm not sure. I don't believe he's doing that very well, and I think that most of the delegates also know that fact, and that is why he always has to pay money in order to remain in power. So he's not doing that very well, and the youth are not happy at all. They are not benefiting anything from his reign. So. And if you would notice, the one member of parliament from Volta region that we all talk about every time is the North Tong member of parliament, Honorable Abakwa, and he's going unopposed. Nobody is challenging him. Everybody is afraid of going near him, and so he doesn't have to give him one CD to anybody in order to be elected. Even if people are challenging him, he wouldn't have to pay anything to be elected. But that is not the story with my constituency, and I believe a few other MPs. So I don't believe he's doing too well. He's trying to do something, but I think he can do far more. And so we are making the point to the people, to the delegates. We are telling them what we can do. And I'm very serious about all the things I'm mentioning, because just this afternoon I was telling some delegates that everything I will do, they will see me give it a try. I will just mention it, and in fact, if I'm doing it, if I'm trying and it's not working, you all see that we are trying, it's not working very well, and we'll be finding ways to go around it. So it means anything I have mentioned, I believe strongly that I can take a bite at it, and it's going to happen. So our people are dissatisfied, and it's reflecting in the kind of vote that people are getting in general elections to our candidate, our MP. So I think the most important thing for him to do is to bow out, but he's not prepared to do that. And he wants to remain there, and what he has said, he has to be there until he's tired. So I don't know when he's going to get tired.
I think that the delegates are discerning enough, and they know what they want. So definitely, the ballots box would speak for itself, and we wish you nothing but all the best in your quest to becoming a member of parliament or parliamentary candidate for Who West constituency. We wish you
Thank
good
you
luck.
very much.
Now,
thank you so much. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Let's move straight to our topics for today. Have you had a chance to actually watch the expose being made by the Al Jazeera as far as gold mafia is concerned?
No, to be very frank, I have not watched it. I have heard about it. I've read a little about it. I believe my co-panelists will have a lot more details about that, because I was engaged in the campaigning, and I was saying yes, the time that is was showing, I was very deep in the countryside campaigning. Yes, but I have heard about it generally. I've read about it also, and I know the story generally. I believe that if my co-panelists provide details as you would want, then I'll be able to also make comments to those ones. But so far, what I know, I think is so damning to this government, and we are not surprised because the corruption is all over the place. We can see it, and so things like this do not surprise some of us anymore.
Okay, then I will not pull your leg so much on this if you are sure that, of course, Comrade Osborne told he's pregnant with facts and infos. So before I move to him, but of course, I know you are also aware of Professor Frimpong's Boateng's report, right?
Yes, another damning one, and that also followed for the last few years. In fact, even before last elections, they lost, and they stole it. They rigged the elections. Everybody knows that. So clearly, this is a government that was boasting that they were going to fight Galamsey in the country, and they set up committee. They put so much money into it, and they seized the excavators and distributed them among themselves and sold the excavators. So we saw all this happening, and we saw it coming. And so the report, finally, when this report came out, and we know the contents, we realized that, well, these people, it's just a confirmation of what we had suspected all along. And so that is another. And the most interesting thing or surprising thing is that the names that popped up in the report, so you would see this where you think that they are angels, or they were angels, and they pose themselves as people who are incorruptible, who are so genuine, so authentic, and yet they are doing so many dubious things, and we have to kick them out. And so we are going to work very hard to make sure they are kicked out, so that we have decent people managing this country once again.
Okay, thank you so much for your maiden comments. Let me go to Osborne, Comrade Osborne's, and then get his opinion or his thoughts about the expose being made by Al Jazeera. Comrade, you are welcome once again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we want to find out, when you heard that Al Jazeera has brought a gold mafia expose, did you ever thought that Ghana will be involved? Or our president, to be precise?
Well, personally, I've watched the documentary, the 4 episodes today, and I'm just going to take it from this perspective as a youth of this country, because I actually have so much hope. I actually have so much hopes for those in the political landscape to make decisions that will help our country, Ghana. If we take all the facts and we look at it, whether they are true or not, it all gets down to what we all know is happening in the country, which is the corruption we are fighting each time and each day. And it all gets out to our mineral resources. And these mineral resources are for we, the youth. So if people in authority or people with power to protect the resources that will empower the generation are attacked, quote unquote, of being maybe like exposing our resources to foreigners or selling them in inappropriate way, I think it will get down to ruin the country. Yeah, so to me, I wasn't so much pleased with it, irrespective of wherever the contents are from or whoever has done it. So far as there is a fire, definitely there's a smoke. That is to me.
Now, in this expose, the name of our president was mentioned, and some key individuals in our government. Do you see a connection between gold for oil policy and this scandal?
Well, I think the barter trade has been in the system for long. We've come to read about it. We've come to learn it under GES about the barter trade system. But I think with the policies and other stuff, I think I'll leave that one to the politicians to deal with it. But if I look at it, if I look at the system very well or how it's been run, I think we have to be fair to ourselves. Yeah, I think we have to be fair to ourselves, because definitely someone is definitely going to benefit from anything. Let's take, for instance, how it happened, the slave trade happened. It was our forefathers that benefited, or those people who took those resources. They are one that benefited more than the people that they have put into this business. So I'm sure definitely someone will benefit more than somebody, and whoever benefits, if only it can benefit Ghana, then it is good. But if it benefits somebody more than Ghana, then I think there is a quote unquote something wrong about that policy.
And since you have taken your time to watch all these 4 episodes, now we hear that the president or the office of the president have written to Al Jazeera to actually retract this expose and apologize to the president of Ghana, which is Nana Akufo-Addo. From where you are sitting as a layman, when I say layman, you are not a lawyer or not a legal brain, but then as a citizen, do you think something better will come out from this letter that the president sent to the Al Jazeera?
Okay, I'm sure if someone published something about me that perhaps I perceive it as not being true, I think I'll call on the person to do it right and maybe investigate more before maybe publishing it. Because we're talking about the president of the land. This is the president of the land. And definitely something like this is going to tarnish the name of our president. So it is in the right direction to write to them, maybe to seek clarification about, there could be something that someone, because this is an investigation that was done and it was somebody's spoken words. So it is right from my end to say that yes, the president can call for clarification. But then it shouldn't be only the president calling for clarification or for them to apologize. It should be somebody else also investigating what they have published, so that we look at it from all point of view. Because at the end of the day, it all get down to us. It is our resources, and everybody must be interested in the conversation to say that since it is our resources, it doesn't get down to only one person. It is all of us. So that is what I can say on that.
But then one will also say that the media house actually didn't sit in their room and then wrote something and put it out there without the consent of the office of the president. We understand that before this expose became open, they gave the president or the Nana Akufo-Addo the opportunity to see what they have heard or found out, and that what does he have to say to it. But then we understand that president's reply was not something that could actually prevent the media house from publishing what they found. So one says if president has qualms about it, he should rather go and sue the person who made that claim that he knows the president and he has these dealings with the president, but not the media house. What do you say to that?
Yes, of course. I believe, if I've been following the president carefully, he always mentioned or made mention of, if there is any issue, go to court, like go to court for redress. And I believe him being a lawyer, I think he has all the resources to do that, to investigate or maybe get the people questioned. But also there is a way to go about everything. And I'm sure the president has his own way of doing what he wants to do. So I'll respect that decision that he wants to take. Then somebody may also have a different opinion of how he thinks that he should have done it. But at the end of the day, if I am the one that have been accused of something that I've done wrong, yes, of course, I should maybe report the person to the police or take the person on to court. But this is the president of the state, and and this is also an agency or a TV what do you call it, station. So I think writing to them to pull down the video or anything, well, it is based on their discretion. It is up to their discretion whether to pull it down or not. So at the end of the day, it is all get down to what the president thinks he can do to clear his name. But then, like I said earlier, there could be further investigation. Our lawyers are there; they can take it on. They can take it on to investigate whether these things are true or false. Because we should not forget that at the end of the day, it is Ghana's name that is out there. It is still Ghana's name, whether it is one person that is attached to it or not. It is still the name Ghana. That will attach to the person. So no matter how we drag it out, we should also look at how we are dragging Ghana, because if we drag the one who is leading Ghana, we are also dragging Ghana. So that is why I said, yes, the president can do what he wants to do to clear his name, but still there should be an independent body that will take the investigation on to find out the truth of the matter.
Thank you very much, Comrade Osborne. Let me go to lawyer and then seek some insight from him as far as the awareness of law or the corridors of law is concerned. Lawyer, I'm asking you from the law point of view, this letter that the president wrote to the Al Jazeera for them to retract and apologize to him, from the law point of view, was that the right channel, or he was supposed to actually sue this Alista Matthias, but not Al Jazeera?
Yeah, I don't think that from the legal point of view, as I understand, the president can just ask the media house to retract the story and apologize. They wouldn't do it. I don't really see why they have to do that. Oh, yeah, the president may choose to sue the Alista Matthias. Well, that may be a decision. But you see, the point here is that the media, the liberal media, they have to be very free to publish stories about politicians. In fact, they do the right thing. This particular case, they did the right thing by writing to the president, informing the president that we have this story and we want your stake. If the president's office replies and say that he couldn't recollect having represented the guy, that shouldn't stop the media house from publishing the story. You see, if that were the case, politicians will always stop stories about themselves from being published by remaining silent or giving responses that will not be clear enough or give a very clear direction to media houses. And so in order for a politician or a public official, in this case, to be able to sue a media house and recover from the media house, then he must be able to show malice. And malice is that, you see, you must show that they published the story with malice, wickedness, just to tarnish your reputation. There's no iota of truth in it. And so, and the way that will be determined is that, first of all, if they did not consult you at all, they did not even tell you that they have the story and they want to publish, then some malice may be impugned. They may think that, well, maybe there's something behind, that's why they didn't inform you. Or if after informing you, present the side of the story, and then they went ahead to publish their side without bringing your side of the story, then it is very clear that, because of course they don't have to believe your side of the story. You can spin it, you can explain anyhow you want to explain, but there's a responsibility on the media house to say that, yeah, this is the story we have, and then they publish it that way, and continue to say that when we contacted the subject or the one in the middle of the story, this is his side of the story. Once we put all the public will discern, we will read it, or then we will make our own meaning of the both sides. But if the media house does not contact the person at all, or after contacting the person explains his or her side, and they refuse to publish that, then that also malice can be impugned, because then, of course, why didn't you publish but in this particular case, when the letter was sent to the president about the story they had, the president said he couldn't recollect having represented this guy before. not too sure the letter went further to comment on the particular allegation the guy made, Alistair Matthias made. But yes, but media houses, you see, we cannot always be suing them for defamation for everything they publish because it is not true. No, you see, they otherwise you put so much bet on them that they have to do so much to be very, very sure that the story is very true before they put it out there. We have to know that they will put stories that may not be true. But once malice cannot be discerned from the story, that it was just published for wickedness or to tarnish the person's reputation, then there shouldn't be any recourse to the law court. So yes, but of course, the law as it is practiced, this is common law. And if you say common law, it's like a written statute anywhere that you go and make reference to it. So, and this common law is practiced all over the Commonwealth and in the US and all of that. And this is a standard. This is how it goes. But many ridiculous things happen in our judiciary in Ghana anyway. So sometimes the standard they set and how they interpret some of these things are completely different. But this is an international organization, and this story was done also outside of Ghana. And so if they want to sue them, they will sue them in a Ghanaian court. So if you sue them, where I believe that they will apply the law, but then I don't think that the president will have any case. The president, you must be ready for some of these things. And people will say things about you that be true, be lies. You can always tell people to retract and apologize. So I don't think that he has grounds for that.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for Law. I'll just go and read some messages and comments that have come in. When I come back, I would want to seek your opinion as to whether or not all this balloon surrounding this expose, the role of our security services. Should they just be sitting idle and allow the politicians or the government in power to use his government machinery to just push it under the carpet? Or there is a role that our security services or our investigation security should do? I'll ask you that when we come back. Viewers, this is my show, NDC Hour, on Today Ghana News TV. We are live on Facebook. We are streaming live on YouTube. We are also streaming live on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and then, of course, we are live on podcasts. Then people in Tatale are listening to us live on Shakina Information Center. Now, let's read some message that have dropped in. Yeah, this is from Robert Kinpe. He said, "Greetings, comrade, and welcome to our homes. Watching you live from St. Petersburg, Russia." And this is Frimpong Boesiakon, was waiting for an insightful and educative show, watching you from Warsaw, Poland. And this is coming from Jade Bruce. Kudos to our director, Osborne Martin Gatube at Osbrain Care Foundation. And Ose Superior is here. Ose Superior writes, "It's a hard-working comrades. I'm watching you from Barcelona, Spain. The oil for gold deal has created to only steal money." And then this is from Jasper Kujo Adama. He says that child pregnancy prevention and support for the pregnant teenage is a mammoth task in Ghana, if not Africa as a whole. I am deeply grateful there is someone like Mr. Gatube who's seen to need to help. I am supporting a teenage pregnancy girl who is now giving birth. Imagine a little girl taking care of her mother and now has to mother a little child. Kudos, kudos, kudos. That is from Comrade Jasper Kujo Adama. And then this is from Caroline Osei. Best of luck in your quest, lawyer. And this is from Bright Salom. He said, "I am enjoying the program." Thank you so much, Bright. And Jasper Kujo Adama once again said, "More vim to you, Efo Alifo. Wishing you the very best in your quest for a place in Parliament as a lawmaker. Let's kick the NPP out for good. Kujo, once again, Comrade Alfred Kuyoli, you are the face of the CC team. Keep it up. Thank you, Comrade. And Patience Darkon is here. Greetings, Alfred, and your guest, especially lawyer. Greetings to you too, Comrade Patience. And the Young Farmer TV writes, Lawyer Alifo will make a great MP. And then Jasper, once again, Mr. Togwe doesn't want to double in politics. The truth or nothing. Okay, this is from Novice Talk. So say, good evening, comrades. Good evening to you too. And say, comrades, good job. That is from Comrade Novice. And Jasper has written once again, he said, the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, is corrupt. Capital CORRUPT. And he has been exposed by a renowned giant media house like Al Jazeera. This is someone who promised to fight Galamsey corruption, build a cathedral, etc., 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 and none has materialized. Instead, it's all 419. Vote the NPP out for good. That is from Jasper. These are some of the thoughts, comments that I've dropped in. Keep bringing your comments, questions, and your thoughts. And of course, NPP has to go for good. Viewers, this is my show, NDC Hour. We are live on Today Ghana News TV. Today Ghana News TV. We are streaming on various social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and then of course we are also on podcast on Anchor FM. You get us live every Wednesday. We bring this show to you. My guest today is lawyer Eric Delenyo Alifo. He is aspiring to become a member of parliament for Whole West constituency, together with Comrade Osborne Martin Gatugbe. He's the chief director of Osbrian Care Foundation. These are the two giant brains I have on my show today. We are discussing the Al Jazeera Gold Mafia expose, and of course, Professor Frimpong Boateng's interministerial report that he submitted to the chief of staff some 2 years ago. Now let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll go to lawyer and then we'll proceed.
Some of the other ones that we know about. One of the most popular ones that I used to know, somehow I don't even hear anymore. The one that goes, that's right. You see what I mean?
Yo palache, tete.
Drama
Ilo eche.
Papa na mbeshi lata konta ni free bank.
Ela forma for na
For na for onye gbemi score. Baba ni lata mi ni ebo kan wojira po aye ko. Ni sando ba nya ba di step mi neke. Na nya ji aje nye.
Yes, viewers, this is my show, NDC Hour. We are live on Today Ghana News TV. Today Ghana News TV, we are streaming also live on various social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and of course on podcast, Anchor FM. We are also live on Shakina Information Center in Tatale. Thank you very much for staying with us. Let me go to lawyer and then ask him what our security service lawyer. Before we went for the commercial break, I was going to ask you, or I'm asking you about all these things that are happening. It boils down to investigation. In Ghana, we have solid security services, such as police, the CID, the BNI, the NIB, the NIB and national security. All these security apparatus, what role should they play as far as this expose is concerned?
It may be a little difficult for them to come in directly. Perhaps the I don't know if SFO, no, the special prosecutor may, but I say a complaint will have to be to the security agencies, but I believe a complaint may have been made already. What I rather think is that Parliament may be able to do something about this. It's an issue that they can set up a committee or maybe a commission, maybe a committee in this case, and then they will invite. I don't know. The president cannot be invited in our setup. The president may not be, but they can even invite the chief of staff or somebody to speak, explain some of these things, and then based on perhaps a report that may be generated from there, maybe the security services may pick it up, or a report may be made to the prosecutor for investigations. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I don't have any high hopes or expectations for some of these things. We are very sorry, So some things just pass by. We just make noise about them, and then it dies down. So, like somebody say, but this is not even just a political matter. This is more of a criminal issue, because if these things are true, these allegations are true, then they are criminal in nature. So really, yes, complaints should be made to the police, and then the investigators should pick this up or make to the special prosecutor. The investigators pick it up, and then thorough investigation could be. But if it were just a political issues, I would say that it should just be left in the political space for us to debate it, drag it as much as we can, and then we'll leave it to die at some point. But the allegations are criminal in nature, and so they need to be investigated. But reports have to be made. Somebody has to make a report and complain to the police.
Yeah, that actually brings me to my next question. If we hope that this expose isn't true as far as the name of the president or the president is concerned, but if it's established that indeed our president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has involved himself or is culpable of money laundering, is there a way the law can hold him?
Yes, he may be impeached. That is why I think that the work for Parliament, they have to investigate this. He may be impeached. If they found out that the allegations are true, then Parliament may impeach him. Go by the laid down procedure to impeach him. And once he's impeached, it can be explored to see if criminal actions can be taken against him if he's no longer the president of the state. But as he remains the president of the state, criminal action may not be taken against him. They may not be able to arrest him and lock him up and process him for court and all of that. Yeah, but he can be impeached if these allegations were found to be true. And that is why I am saying that this is the work for Parliament. They have to investigate this. And that is the institution is there. They have all kinds of work that they have to do for us to make sure that our politicians are doing the right things. So Parliament could take it up. And now that our Parliament is balanced, the numbers are almost the same on both sides. I think that some of these things they should be pushing very hard for it instead of just letting the rest of us talk about it and then they don't talk very much about it. Yes, so the president will be impeached, and then if he's impeached successfully, then criminal actions will be taken consequently.
But what if the findings comes out after his successful tenure? Could he be brought to book, or is there any some sort of immunity for ex-presidents?
Well, no, not immunity in clear criminal matters. No. So if it's a criminal matter, if there are several actions that the president may take while performing his duties, and some people may not be able to take legal action against the president because his action has affected you one way or the other. Yeah, but criminal conduct, criminal matters are against the state. And so if you are president, it is only that when you are president, you cannot be prosecuted. But once you are not a president, even if you committed during the president, you are prosecuted after your tenure. So yes, indeed, after the tenure of the president, if there were any criminal actions, yes, he could be prosecuted for those actions. It's different from the immunity granted in the indemnity clause in Constitution for people misunderstood that largely because you see the revolution during the revolution, the PNDC era, we had a military government, and the nature of military government, the kind of things they did, when we come into democracy, those things are not allowed. Many of those things are not allowed. Yeah, but that was the nature of the government at the time. So you cannot be holding them for actions that they took based on the type of government that we had. Yeah, that is why they have to protect them. That people can say that doesn't mean that if the president or head of state at the time did anything criminal as a person, it could be arrested. It could be made to face the law. But if the government, as a government, certain actions were taken, now in democracy, we realize that those actions are wrong, you cannot just hold them to court and begin to prosecute and jail them. Because at the time, those actions, some of them were even based on decrees that were passed by government. So that is completely different from people think that it means that presidents, even after they leave office, they cannot be prosecuted for criminal actions. No, that is not correct.
Oh, okay. Then I want to ask you something about Professor Pinform Boateng, but I'll come back. Let me go to Osborne and then seek his view on this Galamsey manners. When I come back, yeah, you are most welcome once again, Osborne. Which part of Ghana is your foundation, if I may ask?
So we are situated in the whole West District. We operationalized from back the whole West District.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I asked you this question because I want to ask specifically. Is there a Galamsey going on in whole West District constituency or in voter region?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, no, I don't know of any site that Galamsey is going on.
Okay, but have you been to a Galamsey region, a place where they do Galamsey?
Yes, I've been to Kumasi. I'm sure Galamsey happens there.
Yeah,
but I've not been to the Galamsey site, as in a site of Galamsey. Yeah. No, I've not been there.
But if you sit behind your television set and you see how Galamsey is actually spoiling our river bodies, and then our as it were ecology. When you sit back and then cross-reference that with the promises Nana Akufo-Addo made as far as fighting Galamsey is concerned, all these huge budgets that were allocated for the government to fight Galamsey, and what is happening today involving the key element in government doing that same thing that they say they are fighting against. As chief director of Osborne Care Foundation, when you analyze these things, do you think there is a hope for Mother Ghana?
Well, thank you for that question, and I'm very glad you've mentioned a hope for Mother Ghana. Yes, there is hope for Mother Ghana, but you see, sometimes I get really confused whether it is from we the youth or it is from those in authority. Because if we love Ghana so much, why are we not doing so much to protect it? Why are we doing so much to hurt Ghana? If I am a poet and to write about Ghana, I believe all my poems will be like, Ghana is bleeding. Because at youth, I look back and then I look at how unemployment is rising up. I look at how women and children are suffering. I see how people, every time they lose their money, okay, and all this happenings are there because of decisions that people we trust in authority to take on our behalf, or perhaps relate those decisions that can benefit us. But in the long run, we don't see that happening. We make policies, we do conference. I've come across a report that was filed by the Honorable Frimpong, Professor Frimpong Boateng, and I've seen how they cited how Galamsey was destroying the people in the town, and the ideas they put in place to make sure that they kept all these things. And one thing they raised that was a challenge to those people that area is unemployment. The youth are not employed. Teenage pregnancy is at its higher peak. So they put all these mechanisms in place to ensure that they prevent or promote employment in those regions. And now it's not happening. So it is my worry.
But
it's
comrade,
my worry.
Let me ask you this. Yes, unemployment, I understand. But then if you have a leader, a president, okay, who says, give me this amount of money, I'm going to fight this canker. Those monies that were being pumped into fighting Galamsey, those monies could have been used to build factories so that this unemployment that you are talking about could have been reduced. But then we gave those monies to a leader to go and fight this problem. And he turns out to be that the same person is actually the cause of the problem. What do you then do as a youth?
Well, if it turns out, for now they are still he still called for a proof into that, but they have their report, and in as much as I would like to dwell on what they have published, I don't want to dive in there, but I want to take it like Galamsey as a general, which basically there was someone who said everybody is doing Galamsey in Ghana, people in authority are doing Galamsey in Ghana, and yes, those monies that they are put in place or those funds that they are put in place could actually help. Let me give you an instance. When we started this Osborne Foundation thing in 2017, it was very, very difficult for us. Why? Because it was difficult for us to explain to people they need to support teenage mothers, to support vulnerable people. I really don't understand why it is difficult for me to convince somebody that, oh, my brothers and sisters are this and that, please help me to support them. It becomes very difficult. But people are there, assuming I come to tell them that I have a land reading in my farm. I have a goat. I detect that there's a goat there. You will see that they'll pack all the machinery and everything. Everybody will be ready to invest to dig that land, degrade the land, all in the name of goat. But we are not ready to invest in youth development or even agriculture.
That is whose duty is that?
Well, to me, I think one, we have to, we the citizens, we have to blame ourselves because we gave the mandate to people to lead us. That's what I'm explaining. We gave them the mandate to lead us. It falls on us to analyze ourselves and see whether we have made the right decision, because we trusted them more than ourselves, because we say that they are the one that can lead us. So we trust them and give them the mandate to go. If we're to do our diligent work and not to follow sweet words or sweet things, I'm sure we could have come to the agreement that no, this person is not fit to lead us or that, then we can make the right decision. Nevertheless, yes, there could be a turnaround. We could make a change. There is always a room for improvement.
Comrade, my last question to you. If you trust someone so much, okay, your best friend, and you go somewhere, you hear that people are just trying to malign him, trying to tarnish his image, then you put your integrity on the line, defending him back, front, side by side, and then it turns out that the person you are actually defending from all your integrity, this person is actually corrupt more than they even perceive he is. How would you feel?
Well, as the saying goes, you can't really know what someone is thinking, right? And you can't really trust everyone fully. So yes, people disappoint, of course. people disappoint, of course. And so, as humans as we are, there's no way you trust somebody in so much that you will be broken down for hearing that someone has done something bad. No. If today it turned out to be that it is true, yes, our president is involved in that. Yes, it's humans to make fault, and we can all be culpable of it. We can all fall victim of it. So it will break my heart. It will break my heart if tomorrow it turns out to be true that yes, the person that I voted for, or the person that I trusted, the person that I have so much hopes for to lead me as a youth in this country is involved in that. It will ache my heart. My heart will break. But for now, I think I will leave it there to the legal people to look into that and to really come out with the truth. Because as it stands now, it is just somebody else's report that we have all heard. Let's probe into it and then come out with as a lawyer said, yes, Parliament can look into some of these things and investigate, a call for investigation. But it is happening. The thing is happening. We are all seeing it, because if it is not happening, we'll have the fund that we need. We'll have all the fund in our schools, our roads, and everything. We'll see the money. We'll see the money working for all of us. So the question, where is the money going? That is the main question we need to ask. Where is our money going? Because I was in this country where banks were collapsed. Yes, banks were collapsed. People lost their funds. At the end of the day, there were taxes that we have to pay again and other stuff. Where is the money going? So until we have all the facts, this is what I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, comrade. Unfortunately, time wouldn't permit us. Otherwise, I have some series of questions that I was going to ask, but because of time, I will leave you to drink some water, and then I'll come back to you for your last comment. Then we wrap up the show. Let me go to lawyer Eric Delano Alifo, who is aspiring to become a member of parliament for Who West constituency, to seek his last words. Yes, lawyer. I know that the fight against Galamsey and everything surrounding it is, you are aware. Until the report of Professor Perform Boateng came out, Ghanaians knew, most Ghanaians knew, I mean, an objective Ghanaian knew that the government in power is pretending to be fighting Galamsey. And now here comes the report. It is a vivid account from the professor, who he mentioned names. Again, do you think, or do you see, or do you feel that Ghana under Akufo-Addo's regime has some sort of hope?
No, not at all, not at all. And we are lucky his regime is expiring very fast. Anybody that is connected with him who would also have the opportunity to rule this country will bring anything good to us. So clearly, Akufo-Addo and Alan Chemantin and Dr. Baumia and all the aspiring presidential candidates of MPP, they shouldn't come close to the seat of government at all. You know, they are all part of the gang. They are all part of the rot. So the fight against Galamsey was a sham right from the onset. Many of us recognized that right at the beginning, and this report only confirming what we knew already. So it's a complete shame, and you know, Ghanaians should just punish these people, the MPP, and they should have the opportunity to come in. I know, but you know, they are trying everything to even steal the election again anyway, and that's why they shouting, break the eight. But you know, you have to kill all of us to break the eight. Because Ghanaians do not vote for them, and they want to steal power. Then I don't see how that's going to be easy for them to do. So we'll see what will happen. But the fight was a sham right from the onset, and that was not the only thing. There are many things, many initiatives that this group took were all intended for them to make money for themselves, you know, and they made huge sums of money in all the initiatives that they implemented or they brought forth. So that's their interest. Their interest was to mind for themselves and their party, and they did it with impunity, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is their interest. Comrade Lawyer, that time wouldn't permit us, but of course, we can't wrap up the show without Today Ghana News TV allowing you to speak ever to whole West constituents. Please, in the next 2-3 minutes, speak
Thank
to
you
the
very much.
hearts of your
Thank you very much
your constituency.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope that I have the record of this so that we can share it with as many people as possible. Novinye who was NDC delegates, and you know alipo Eric Delanyo alipo aniga le miabo do to yabalaji alo Today Ghana TV G. The ma adon kujina mi be mega consider becho be bo penke kenyila ya batia ke ai de so ta pepe medemianu e me di manami anyabe mi ame mile chacha le lupo nami mi ape MP enye honorable Emmanuel Kosi Brajala end of map we are there ho we are ta le chacha pen be mi akana pe ne la nya nu ka be aba o le penemo le bolona mi cho do ko be ya no mi ka kana de tengu ame pete mi lese akedo nangu semi be mi atomi ape de gebetu na le odona ona mi nyerola emi adoli tanamye make me to me do na mi nyero over be yo nya be wa duji 70% you are poke la ime semo wa tota mi anyanyu de mi ape so heu mi ape you follow do le party le vote na MPP be the last general election and to vote akwe ewo apa de kabla be MP la lose le police station ka eve eton ene aton ade mejo po get up the mejo po be the tech we so na mi one strong one dynamic ko mi MP ke no we ade be no bore gamele jona so ha nya be mi le site jana MP to very cheap ata mi ale mere ne mi nya be roke mi siamele le ho west la mi delegates we to akwa ton ko benamla mine me la cover la pia mi o kiele block e ata me de kukuna mi ne mi aseme ne mi akoto trola cover na ho to ne mi do to trola chejila ya me to ele contest mi plan da ku plan da ele mi alen ku de me nyira ko be me kato gbe aton ide parliament pe ku mesen e aton to anu ko na mi aton wo do na mi afete nyede e nu ke dimile le ho to pe de mi an eno ava menye gato ye parliament aton wo do nyero nemia dana debe cause be galaxy galoga ko ye parliament la awo endo parliament la no kemito abe akoja du ko me ro anen ko me sen o se no me nyede e to participate le debate me nemi ko manifest do wala be emi atia ameke he no ide parliament la aton ponu le parliament nyede de mi anu la wo debate de mi ape party enu ableme ape party eta ape awo ape parliament duty bubu eche ta ele kuguna mi me chavo yao mi leji anya atia me ke fe kumese ya to odona mi apete odona party odona constituent we adira academy ahun apere nyonu apere mi apeso hun I establish scholarship fund apere mi abion na mi award so nye party delegate academy de la mon le blé de la on le blé de la association islamia na implement apere kanya mi apere kuhewe pere un ka mi aton wo evo be intervention ka mi aton wo abe member parliament and be mi ablede o aide ejinyere garoba na nyonu we wa kona si video cha emia no khela nya ga kona me ko chewa no jicha emia peso he o mi adi do na we ala support we make it all strong do a support we video do ko ga trena me bugu na mi that's so les ans emi ti am nyu etola ele chobe so ya ola pe we ade ke nu ke to de kemele ji ga ke ni america tiako ta pela sobo o west to mi apeso hole do lati ele gbagba ata ne mi onu nyu eto akaljo mi le nyu eto gbe 13th May ta mi ape gbe aga do mi agbo to mo wo nu apena mi gaga ere ku na mi se John MPP to be general secretary ke me gavali o club be fie de la no iketa gbe si gbe be ya na ga ako ta konyo ata be fie de ata ne de na mi gaza ga na me ho nya ho ga mi si ko le be nya da ko ne do awu menye mi awe ba bia ga na me nto se za be na ya mi aho pepe be ho ma ga ho no nya ba de funai ene be aho ato ho akene kwe bola ne ko da be we kapele ho me no blef me na amek da ko na make here aton pere mi on anu bubu den pop we adebo amek ve do we adebo na mi ga ko pene bubu ko pene na ndeke mele to boss ko aga na mi sa we ko avana me na 20 bags le me na 10 bags le to au ele be mi do nu se mi peso hewe akpena mi kaga me kala jibe le to tro ne to be maune irami. Thank you all very much.
Eja! Suzuza!
Yo, whole West constituency for several na lawyer Eric Delano Alifo Ediatu Epiano, Madaroma, Semoko, Eko Drew ballot box no one. It's not about somebody who gave you money, but vote for integrity, vote for someone who can bring change to the constituency, vote for someone who can actually create enabling environment so that you can achieve your dreams, but not somebody who can buy you an ice cream today and the next 4 years you become a slave to that person. That is a word to a wise. As they always say, it's enough. Now, before I go to Comrade Osman for his last comment, let me read the last messages. So, Lawyer Alifo is a great man by all standards. That's from Charles. And then Yedi is here. Say, we are grateful. Kindly check out our page, Osborne Cares Foundation, where Osborne is our chief director. We empower teenage mothers through skill training and education. And this is coming from Frederick. Frederick writes, he said, we shall change him come 13th May and vote for you in. We are tired of non-performance. The others in the race are not even in the race. They are just busying themselves around. Lawyer Wezo Low. And this is from Ludmila Toglu. It's a nice show, Alfred. Well done. Thank you so much, comrade. And then Frederick, once again, it's a lawyer submission are solid and amazing. And then Gifty Hilda Brandt, he's here. He said, the money goes to Akufo-Addo's pocket. My brother. And then Patty Nabedu is here. It's a wonderful submission, Comrade Osborne. I have really enjoyed some facts you have brought out. And this is coming from Amwa George. He said, the game changer, lawyer Eric Delano, the choice of Who West. Okay, these are some of the comments that have come in. Because of time, I can't read all. So please forgive me if I don't read your message or I don't read your comment. Probably next week, we'll be able to have more time to take care of the messages, comment, and then the questions. This is Today Ghana News TV. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course, we are streaming live also on podcast on Anchor FM. And those who are totally people are also listening to us live on Shakina Information Center. Kudos to Tatali Comrade. Now let me go to Comrade Osborne and then seek his last comment in 1 minute. Then we wrap up this evening show. Yes, Comrade, you are most welcome once again. Now, in 1 minute, what do you say to the youth in Ghana? Now that we are entering into an election year, as lawyer said, some people are just paying money or buying votes, so to say. And then you buy vote today, and then the next 4 years you become a slave to the person who gave you maybe 1 Ghana or 2 Ghana. What do you say to Ghanaian youth as far as elections are concerned, so that they don't set their conscience in 1 minute?
All right, thank you. I would say, my dear youth, if somebody give me a bowl of rice today I'll perhaps finish it before tomorrow. But if you give me a land and a rice, I may farm it and even eat it forever, and my generation will benefit from it. So we should be wise in our decisions that we make. We shouldn't chase money. We shouldn't chase money. We shouldn't chase power. We should always ask our conscience what is right. We shouldn't be the people that say, okay, fine, because this person have money, let me vote for him. Because this person will do this for him, let me vote for him. Don't always seek your self-interest. Seek the interest of everybody. Everyone is in Ghana. Everyone is a Ghanaian. Think about everybody and not yourself. Promote everyone, but not yourself. Empower everyone, but not yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, comrade. Thank you so much, viewers. This is where the time will permit us to draw the curtains. I'm your regular host, Alfred Koyoli. I brought the show to you. This show is brought to you by Today Ghana News TV and is dubbed MyShow NDC Hour. It's a political platform. We look at how we can shape the contemporary politics we do as far as Ghanaian politics is concerned, or the Ghana politics is concerned. We look at the best practices, and then we see if we can emulate them to bring change to Mother Ghana. Thank you for making time, and try as much as possible to join us same time next week. Thank you so much. Bye.
NDC miaweza alada nizongo kamami ingelezo kana bebia
ayikoya putu sotupu mahani mahina adu huria
translate
akemburi inna anonigira
Mama Hama, Miss Now, Miss Now, Mama, Organama too.